And welcome to Robin's house. Today I'm working on the meant to be scrapbooking workshop. And so I've got the guide here and it says the featured technique is using the stamp and write marker on your pages. So we'll show you about that. So this has your guide. If I didn't cut it for you, it does have a cutting guide. It also has an assembly guide to help you make your pages if you don't watch this video. So it also uses the stickers, and we used almost all the stickers. I was supposed to use one of these hexagons on my pages as a journaling box, but I didn't use it, so I can use it later. And then we got a bunch of die cut shapes. You can kind of see that those are flowers and hearts, but you only used a few, so you got a lot left to use on another project. And then we didn't have a whole lot of scraps left over. So for those of you that don't like ending up with a bunch of scraps, that's real nice. So this is our page 1. And after my own heart, for goodness sakes, it's made of squares, and I love squares. So this is a super cute layout to me. And so what I like to do is I cut out all my squares and then I lay them out. I lay them out all together and make sure that I like my borders the way they are. And I will often, I did actually make myself a 1/4 inch spacer so that I could keep all of my stuff at a 1/4 inch. So that's just taking your trimmer and cutting a 1/4 inch of cardstock off and using that as you go around. So I like to set out all my squares at first, and then I make sure that they're all cinched up, and then I start gluing, and I generally start in a corner and work my way in. So I will do that all the way around. And then we've got our title here. It's a sticker. And then we've got some bees here. I think these are also stickers. So this I think was one of the ones that maybe needed the journaling spot hexagon, which I didn't use. You could also forego this as a photo spot and use that as your journaling spot too. That would make a lot of sense. But very cute layout. And it's got some stitching on here. So this is using your Stamp and Write markers just to draw some stitches. And I have a separate video that talks about stitching and how to do it various ways in case you are apprehensive about it. All right, layout number 2 is a little bit bees, but it's a less bee-ish layout than the other one. We just got a little bit in the background papers, so you could emphasize something else if you want to. But this one has a whole strip of journaling for you. And then this one has 2 chunks of paper and then 1 big chunk of paper with the photo mounts on the top. And then this is a square and then just a strip. 2 strips of paper, and then these are actually strips of stickers. So you have to cut that down to be using it how you want it to. And the third layout is a lot of layering. So in some ways, there isn't any rights and wrongs about how you choose to lay it out, but the green plaid paper I have to put down first. And then just think of it as the longest piece. The longest piece we do next is the little buzzy bees. And then we did the next longest pieces are these. And so you put those down, and then you put the little ones here. And then we've got the photo mounts that go on top of those. So, and then you decorate it again with some more cute little bee stickers and some more little buzzes around. So it's nice and simple, and I like that. I like how clean and simple that it looks. So that is our scrapbooking projects for this month. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting.